right off the bat, this is going to be a spoiler-free review. I promise you, no spoilers in this video. I'm going to give everyone a chance to watch it this opening weekend, and then maybe in a separate video I'll talk about all the spoilers. But for right now, nothing but no spoilers. So, Deadpool and Wolverine is finally out, and it was crazy, wild ride. Finally being able to play with MCU characters, MCU topics, and also still being able to play with their own Fox Universe topics. So, let's get into it all. And like we've all seen from the trailers, Wade Wilson is recruited by the TVA to find Wolverine. And he brings back the worst Wolverine ever in the face of their eyes because he let down his entire world, his world being the X-Men. We all knew that. This movie is another dream come true that Marvel has been able to grant us, because this movie brings back Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and also brings back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Yeah, the best character in those Fox X-Men movies. Yeah, that Wolverine. The chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman is so amazing. Like, I know these guys are best buddies in real life, but it should be a crime to work this well with each other. That's how good they are, so well, like to the point where they better be in other movies, bro. I need to see them in more Marvel movies as Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, we all want that. For some people thinking that, oh, this movie's owned by Disney now, they're gonna get watered down. There's gonna be no swearing and no destructive violence that we were used to in the first two movies. Hell no, get that out of your mind. They let them be Deadpool. Even Kevin Feige, he was like, oh, I would never water down this version of Deadpool, because this whole thing is why he was great in the first place, presented in the first two movies. Thank you, Kevin Feige, for letting them be themselves. Let Deadpool be Deadpool, let Wolverine be Wolverine. Man, I'd say for sure Deadpool and Wolverine are the best they've ever been in this movie, and when you put them together, it just makes a straight up magic. It ain't a perfect movie because this movie has some fucking weird pacing issues, but I'll excuse that because the rest of the movie is such a blast. Emma Corrin, who plays Cassandra Nova, she was really good too. She was menacing, she was creepy as hell, and I feel like that's the perfect thing to do when you're pulling off Cassandra Nova, because with Cassandra Nova in the comics, she looks weird, she looks fucked up, she looks like a weird little alien creep thing. It's just, she pulled it off in a good way, because she doesn't look as creepy as she does in the comics. She still looks cute in this movie, but her personality, when that shines through, you could tell that she's unhinged. And even Deadpool at some point is like, why do you like this? And she's like, I wish I knew. Also, the director, one of my favorite directors ever now, Sean Levy, he absolutely slaps in this movie. His directing, like his action scenes are so freaking raw and they're so impactful, and you could feel the force of all their attacks and all the blood and guts going over. It's just fantastic. His directing, I haven't been a fan of his directing ever since I was a kid, because I didn't even know he directed some of the childhood movies I grew up watching. And then he did Free Guy a couple years ago, and I love that movie too. And then when I heard he was going to do a Deadpool movie in the MCU, that was like, bro, so fire. And I'm glad this movie takes time and puts those emphasis on those emotional moments, and they really feel powerful. Like, you feel these lines and you see the emotion in these actors' faces, because Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are giving it their all. And there's a scene with Hugh Jackman, he is absolutely phenomenal. It's a great performance, just like on a regular acting standpoint, it's fantastic. It's cool to just slow down and concentrate on the moments that matter, and they emphasize on it a bit, because some of these things they say are very interesting. And I am so glad that this movie actually did not tarnish Logan's legacy. Like, when we heard this movie was going to get made, we were like, how is Wolverine alive after Logan? Like, how are they going to bring Hugh Jackman back? And the way this movie does it, it's actually pulled off super well, and I feel like nothing's been touched, it's a separate thing, like Ryan Reynolds said. And that's good, because I don't need to hear no fan uprising be like, oh, they disrespected my boy, Hugh Jackman came back for this. No, nothing like that. Screw that. I don't want to hear that. This movie did it perfectly. Something I wish they did better, and I know they could have, is if like one part of the action that they show didn't have so much goddamn shaky cam. Like, I hate that. I can't stand that at all. Yeah, there's some things I wasn't a huge fan of, some things that annoyed me, but it's okay, because the rest of the movie was absolute blast. Great characters, great story, great soundtrack, all that. And so these tiny nitpicks, I can forgive those, because they gave me such a great final product in the end. And I'm so glad that everyone's going to get to watch this opening weekend. And I'm so glad these characters have returned to me, especially Hugh Jackman. And yeah, I'm going to need another Deadpool movie. I'm going to need another Hugh Jackman Wolverine appearance. I just need to see these guys more again. And I have a good feeling that they will. And I really, really want that. So yeah, everyone go see Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine gets an A.